My ex who cheated on me with her trainer just reached out after a year of silence. Now her life is falling apart, and she wants me back. Hey everyone, I, 28M, am in a really strange situation, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. Thought maybe writing it out might help clear my head, or maybe you all can give me some advice. I'll be using fake names for privacy. A little over a year ago, I was in a committed, serious relationship with Megan, 27F. We had been dating for 3 years, and from where I stood, things were great between us. We were talking about moving in together, even dropping hints about marriage and building a future. There was nothing glaringly wrong in the relationship, at least nothing I could see. Everything felt stable, or so I thought. Around that time, I started taking fitness seriously. I wanted to get in better shape and improve my lifestyle, so I found a personal trainer, Jake, 30M. Megan, being supportive, tagged along to a few of my sessions, and I ended up introducing her to Jake. Jake was the kind of guy who had that effortless charm, super likable, and always knew how to engage people. Megan seemed to get along with him right off the bat. They joked around a lot, and honestly, I didn't think much of it at the time. I figured it was normal, she was friendly with my trainer, and I wasn't one to be overly jealous. But then, after a few months of them working out together regularly, things started to shift. Megan became more distant. She started making excuses for why she had to stay late after her workouts, or why she couldn't come home right away. Suddenly, her phone was always on Do Not Disturb mode, which was new and unusual for her. I asked her about it a few times, trying to get a read on what was going on, but she would brush it off, telling me I was being paranoid or that I was overthinking things. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't being paranoid at all. One night, while Megan was in the shower, she left her phone on the kitchen counter. It buzzed, and normally I wouldn't have checked, but something made me look. Sure enough, there was a message from Jake. And let's just say, they weren't texting about fitness tips or workout plans. The content of those messages made it painfully obvious that something had been going on between them behind my back. I immediately confronted her the second she came out of the shower. She didn't even try to deny it. She broke down crying, admitting that she had been cheating on me with Jake for months. She went on about how she fell in love with him and how it wasn't anything I did wrong. It just happened. Classic. Within the week, she packed up her things and moved in with him. That was honestly the darkest, most painful time of my life. It felt like my entire world had been turned upside down. The betrayal hit me hard, especially since I had introduced them and never suspected a thing. I blocked her on everything, social media, phone, you name it. I had no interest in hearing from her or knowing what she was up to. Instead, I threw myself into rebuilding my life. I started going to therapy, working out even more, and spending a lot of time with my friends. Slowly, things started to get better. But the scars from what happened, they're still there. Now, fast forward to a few days ago, completely out of the blue, Megan reaches out to me from a new phone number. My first instinct was to ignore it, but honestly, I was curious, so I ended up responding. She started the conversation by telling me she missed me and apologized for everything she had done. She went on to say she had made a huge mistake, leaving me for Jake, and that things with him went downhill fast. Apparently, he cheated on her too, ironic, right? And now they've broken up. Megan confessed that she's been thinking about me for months, but felt too ashamed to reach out sooner. She went on to say that she realized what we had was real, and that she's willing to do whatever it takes to make things right. She wants another chance, and is asking if we can meet up to talk. She claims she's changed, and she wants to prove it to me. Now, here's where I'm stuck. A part of me still has lingering feelings for her, despite everything that happened. After all, we did have 3 years together, and it wasn't all bad. But another part of me is screaming that this is a bad idea, and I should block her again, and leave her in the past. I mean, how can I ever trust her after what she did? But hearing her sound so broken on the phone stirred up some emotions I didn't expect. It's hard to tell if it's pity, nostalgia, or if I'm just being stupid for even entertaining the idea of seeing her again. So now, I'm here, unsure of what to do. Do I hear her out and see if maybe, somehow, things could be different this time? Or do I take this as a sign to finally close the door on this chapter of my life for good? What would you guys do if you were in my shoes?